Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be doing Cop or Not. So obviously we do this series, we do one at a time, but we've got Justin in, obviously founder of PUSHAS, he knows the shoes. So we're going to get the expert opinion on whether these shoes are in fact a cop or we just get rid of them, sack them off.
Just to clarify, some of these are customs and some of these are actual collabs, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. The first shoe that we have is the Atlassian Nike custom / collab. So if we have a look at the shoe, all right, obviously we've got the classic Atlassian blue.
Yep.
Some rainbow stripes around the side of the shoe. And then I think the actual person, the employee's initials on the heel of the shoe. What do we reckon? Cop or not?
I like when a company gives their stuff sneakers, right? I actually think that's a thoughtful thing to do. Look, I feel like it could have incorporated, like for me, right? A good sneaker collab needs to have a good narrative behind it. Like, what is a narrative? Like, you can't just slap your logo onto it and be like, okay, that's a collab, right? Like what's the story? What's the design? Like, what is the story behind the design? I think if it's just for an employee, like to give out to an employee and have their initials there, I think it's okay. But if it's like a proper collab where it's like there needs to be hype behind it and aftermarket value, there needs to be a story, and I can't pick out the story on this,
story,
right? Like, sorry to Mike Cannon Brooks, but like, yeah, like if you need help, I'm happy to come in and consult, right? But
thoughts?
Yeah. Well, firstly, Michael Cannon Brooks is actually an avid listener of the podcast, so I'm sure he's devastated to find it. But yeah, it looks boring. It's a really boring shoe.
The sparkles at the back aren't doing it for you.
And if you told me that was Atlas, if you didn't tell me that was Atlas, I would have no idea that
there's no like narrative behind it, right?
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, well, like, how would you improve it? That's what I want to hear from you guys. How would you improve this?
Well, everyone knows I'm pretty creatively stifled, so I can't really give you any tips there. But I do like the initials on shoes.
Yeah,
something about that I really like. That's
cool. Yeah.
But I don't know, how would you improve it? Or Migs, maybe your thoughts. How would you improve it?
Do you think you would slap it on a logo too much, too little?
I like the fact that there's no logo on it.
Really?
To be honest, I think if Atlassian gifted me this shoe, I'd be pretty happy.
Okay.
Like, I would be happy because the fact is they're not trying to shield their own brand. Like we've done Cop or Nots with like EY, KPMG, Deloitte, and all they do is just slap their logo on it and make it their colors and just call it a day.
Yeah.
And that to me shows very little creativity. At least here, it's a wearable shoe. You know what I mean? Like I can wear it out. I'm not going to be ashamed to wear it. It's multiple purposes. So honestly, for me, this is a cop. Like
really?
Yeah, to me, I don't mind the shoe.
Nah, the blue and white does nothing. Maybe to improve, I don't know, like maybe a little.
Like for a corporate shoe, it's not on our list, but like a brand that's done it really well is the eBay sneaker. I don't know if you guys have seen it, the eBay Sandy Boudica sneaker. That's actually done really well, right? And it has the eBay colors. It's a kind of design and like in a way where it's like, okay, it's something that people wear, and I've seen people wear it like on the street. So I think, yeah, you need like a bit more of like a story behind it or a bit more of like design choices that make sense, right? Whereas this, like I agree, it's a drop for me.
Look, to be honest, to improve it, maybe you just chuck a couple of Jira tickets on.
That's what I said. Put a Jira ticket number on there or something.
Put a Trello board, you know?
Honestly, okay, I know you were just like talking crap, but yeah, if you put like a Jira ticket or something that like kind of like that's subtle, that's not like Atlassian, but it points towards like the story. It's like, okay, well, each shoe is work done by the Atlassian team. Like that's another ticket you've crossed off. Like from icebox to completed.
Yeah,
like that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like see, you should design the sneaker. Mike Cannon Brooks, if you're watching this, Ro needs to come in and be like, he's a product manager, but so he should come in and be like, I'm going to product manage your sneaker for you.
The workflow sneakers.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
that's fire. That's hype. I would cop that. I would cop that.
That was the most passionate Justin's been all episode. Migs, cop or not?
I'm taking if I'm given, but I'm not going out of my way to cop it.
We really need to stop with that. I think it's a given that if someone gave it to me for free, I'm taking it.
No, but there are some shoes, if you give them free, they would collect dust. Yeah. But I would wear these if I had them for free.
I think it shouldn't be like, I think cop or drop shouldn't be, look, would you accept if you're gifted? Because I'll take everything. But would you pay money for it?
Yeah.
No.
Number one, so that's cop. Would you pay aftermarket money for it? Like that, those are the two kind of levels of copying.
Cop. Okay. Yeah.
Surely if the first one's a no, the second one's an even bigger no.
Yeah.
All right. Next collab is the Nike Logitech collab. Famous juggernauts in the industry. What's this shoe? Is this the Jordan?
No, it's a Dunk High.
All right. So Dunk High.
Yeah.
And Logitech have slapped their logo on the heel. They've got Pro Series on the side of the shoe, and on the actual back, if you can see closely, on the lower part of the heel, they've got a keyboard.
They got WASD.
The shoe is like grey. It's grey and black. I don't know what zero opposition means. Sounds sort of like motivational
thread. Yeah.
And on the top, you've got like the black kind of mesh on the top of on the shoe. So
I'm going to start this one. I hate this one. This is shit. I'm sorry. The random keyboard at the back, zero opposite. Pro Series, bro, just stick to making the MX Master 3s.
I have an MX Master 3.
I also have an MX Master 3.
Great mouse.
My wrist is like
ergonomic. Yeah, stick to mouse. Don't make shoes. I don't know. This is my opinion. I think it's shit.
What do they have, in my opinion, at the front?
Yeah, there's an IMO as well on like the front of the shoe.
What's that about? In my opinion, you're a bit shit.
I don't know.
Justin, thoughts?
The colors are also uninspiring.
I think there's a niche for this. Like, I think there are people who would have bought it. And yeah, I think I can see where they're going. Like with this sneaker, there's a bit more of a story. Like, even though I don't agree with the story, like, but the WASD does kind of make sense.
I like, that's the one part of the shoe I do like, the WASD on the back. I think it's like quite cool.
Exactly. The Pro Series, yeah, like, okay, that's maybe like one of their model lines. Or like, look, I can see like, you know, a esports gamer kind of like buying this, and okay, they might be a Logitech fan. So I'm not gonna knock it, but it's just not for me.
Yeah. If you're into Logitech, like if you're a Logitech Ultra and Logitech, you know, all 15 of them out there, and they bring out this shoe, I think maybe they're copping.
Yeah, I think
maybe they're copping.
I think there's just too much writing on it. Like, I don't want my shoes to have writing, dude.
But then again, like Off-White is like the, you know, like the quotation marks and like Off-White.
But that's like their thing, right? That's their brand. That's like Logitech. What are you guys doing?
You're right. It has to make sense, right? It has to make like sense when you're doing collab. Yeah, no.
You feel like they've gone on like a shoe creator website, got a whole bunch of stickers and just pop them on.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got the Red Bull collabs with
Nike. These are the Dunks.
I would say that it's an interesting concept. It has all the like their other sponsors like Tag Heuer, you know, Mobile, Honda.
Rocked, also an Australian company, by the way, Australian startup. But the shoe is like, the shoe's got the Red Bull color. So the Nike tick has the bull on it, and then around the shoe is kind of like a blue, different shades of blue. Yeah. And as Justin mentioned, heaps of sponsors, Oracle, Aston, all this sort of stuff is on the shoe.
I'll say it's a cop for me. I'm a sucker for the Off-White sole. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool sneaker. Like, it's a good custom. Like, it's done well. It's well thought out. It looks like a race car, you know, Formula One car. So
yeah, I think it's nice because the way they've done the brand is different, because it's similar to how they do the cars and like the shirts and everything. So it's succinct as a brand. It makes sense.
It's thoughtful. Yeah.
I would say probably not a cop for me, because there's too much happening. Like, I have a Mercedes F1 shirt, and my friend Glade described me as a walking billboard because there's just so many different company logos and sponsors on there. It's just a loud shoe. I don't know. Not for me.
It is a loud shoe, but I think, so now we're copping, because I'm also copping the shoe, because I think it's like stay true to the brand. We're copping. Are we copping aftermarket though? That's the real question.
I think these will have aftermarket value, but it won't be that much. Like, let's say the retail price was like $250. I think it'll probably sell for like $350. It's not going to like skyrocket, but it's still look, it's respectable.
All right, so the Jordan Ferraris, basically it looks like Ferrari is it looks like they put suede or some sort of leather all around the shoe.
Or something.
Look, if it's Alcantara, then that's a great.
Is that a place in Spain or?
No, that's what they put in like race cars, right? Like, instead of like leather, they have like Alcantara, right? Like, so if it's Alcantara, then that's like, that makes sense.
That's pretty cool.
That would be cool.
They've got the Jordan logo in Ferrari's yellow.
Oh, and they've got like carbon fiber on the bottom.
Yeah, carbon fiber on the bottom.
Like, again, like the race cars.
Yeah, like
that is cool.
Yeah, like when you look at it and you're like, okay, this is very thoughtful. Like, they didn't just slap everything on. That's a cop.
I think if you're into cars and you like Jordans, this would be a pretty cool shoe to have.
Yeah, I think objectively it's a good looking shoe, to be honest. I think it's real nice.
How much do you reckon these would go for?
Aftermarket, I think people would pay an absolute premium for these
I reckon
shoes.
at least like 600, 800 for these.
100%.
They're cool.
Yeah.
On the back as well, we got the Jordan with 23 on the back.
And you got it's the Ferrari logo, but you have, instead of the horse, the stallion, you got Michael Jordan in his iconic stance. Yeah, that's cool.
That's beautiful. All right, so I think I don't know if they're actually legit collabs or they're all kind of custom. But now we're moving on to the Ben and Jerry Nikes. These are the legit collabs.
These are fire.
Saw these in Japan.
You saw these in Japan, bro. Don't you remember?
I do remember.
And I shocked you with how much they are.
So how much were they? Do you remember how much they cost?
A couple grand.
Yeah, a couple of grand. So Ben and Jerry's Nike Dunks, they're called the Chunky Dunkies.
Yeah. These are fire. These are. We've sold a couple of them. These are fire. It comes in like an ice cream.
Yeah, it comes in the tub.
As well. Like
that's
it's so
cool.
thoughtful.
That's cool.
These are probably one of the best collabs in recent memory.
So it basically, how do you describe the shoe? It's kind of like all the panels have like some sort of imagery on it. So it looks like some sort of a rolling hills type farm.
So if you look at a Ben and Jerry's box, that's what it kind of takes.
It's like the tub. Like
The
cow print.
And I'm pretty sure the cow print is actual fur. Like it's not like leather.
I think it's faux. It's probably like faux fur.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I thought we were talking about
I thought we were talking about noodle soup for a second. Holy shit.
I somehow plug it in. This reminds me of all.
I can't get food out of his mind. To be fair, it is lunchtime.
I'm dying.
Yeah, look, it's a beautiful shoe. What I really like is the Nike tick, and you have like it looks like ice cream melting.
It's like bleeding. Yeah.
This is a great collab. Like probably the best collab of year.
I would cop.
Yeah.
Aftermarket, I saw the prices. Probably not.
But if you could.
If I could,
I'm copping 100%.
Yeah. How much were these retail when they first came out?
I don't remember, but there were a couple of hundred.
And then aftermarket was a couple thousand. That's insane.
This is a great sneaker. Like this is
All right, next up we have the Adidas Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary collection. So for all you Star Wars fans out there, you got the NMDs collabing with Star Wars, and on the kind of tongue of the shoe, who is that? Who is that character? It looks like Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad. Who is that?
That's Lando.
It's
right?
Lando Calrissian. Yeah.
Lando. All right.
Well, we can go with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Before he shaved his head off.
Yeah.
Heisenberg.
Pre the cancer.
I think the shoe is basically in the colorway of a stormtrooper. So you got black and white everywhere. On the I don't even know how to describe this. Like on the end of the tongue, you've got star.
Like, is it meant to be like a stormtrooper or?
Yeah, it's meant to be.
I'm trying to figure this out.
I think it's supposed to be a stormtrooper with some sort of writing on the side. But
or is it a spaceship or?
Yeah, some sort of craft, something like that. But what are we saying for this one?
Yeah, I like NMDs. I would definitely cop these ones. And I like black and white as well. It's very simple colors, not too in your face.
I think. Do we see the story behind this one? What is the storyline?
Not really.
Yeah, like I can't
Star on the right, wars on the left.
Like, yeah, I can't tell if it's a spaceship, a stormtrooper. Like, what is it trying
It
to be?
is. The right shoe has star and the left one has wars on it.
Oh wait, do you notice on the side? I think it's like the credits in the beginning.
In a galaxy,
Yeah, far
away.
Okay.
That adds to the shoe.
If I'm marking a uni assignment right now, I'm like, oh, okay, that detail. Let's give it a couple of more marks.
But it looks like at the back, you know how NMDs have like the Japanese writing? I'm pretty sure these ones still have. If you look at the left shoe at the back on the heel, I'm pretty sure it still has that little
Are you copping or not?
Jedi in
Copping or
Japanese.
dropping?
I like NMDs as well. I actually think like NMDs fell off like 7 years ago, but
And I was still wearing them until last week, so.
I love the silhouette. I think it's a really cool silhouette, but no, like this doesn't do it for me at all. Like this is a drop. Yeah, I can't tell what it's trying to be. Like, yeah, there are redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not a fan.
Migs?
It's also a no from me. It's not inspired me as much.
Well, maybe this will inspire you. It's the PlayStation X Zara collab.
Woo!
So for some reason, PlayStation have not gone with a Nike or an Adidas or something like
An
that.
actual shoe manufacturer.
They've gone with a clothing manufacturer, Zara. And so I don't know how I would describe this shoe. It's just like kind of a high top shoe. The color is gray, like a PS1
It's like a
essentially.
slip-on shoe.
All right, can we go more meta?
Please.
What makes a good collab between two brands? Like why does like a Supreme like Zippo lighter work, and why does PlayStation and Zara not work? Like what? Like when let's say if you're collaborating with two brands, like I'm curious what you guys think because I'm still trying to figure it out. Like why is it that like Ben and Jerry's and Nike work really well, and then what other characteristics of the two this is probably giving you PTSD.
Yeah,
Of the lecture.
I'm like, bro, stop shouting at me. It's been 5 years.
Wait, bro, think of the 4 Ps, man.
Porter's 5 forces.
I think
So niche. I think if a good collab is when you can bring two, like the unique characteristics of two brands and, mesh together in a seamless, tasteful way.
Yep.
Because this is the exact opposite of that. Firstly, PlayStation have no right and no business making shoes. But for example, Ben and Jerry's, you're right, they probably have no right as well, but they've like somehow meshed their brand and their uniqueness into a Nike shoe in a very, really nice way.
Yeah.
With another brand that has similar branding messages type vibe, Zara and PlayStation, I feel.
Just polar opposites. Like,
whereas the Supreme one, I think, is so outrageous that it comes full circle and kind of works.
It's not outrageous enough. It needs
Correct.
to go further.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
Because
saying.
they're not trying to be outrageous, whereas Supreme lighter, bro.
that is true. Here, they're actually they're trying to make a shoe here. They're not trying to be outrageous.
I think there's 2 ways clubs can work. The first is like, for example, Michael Cera with Cera V, right?
Yep.
It's like, it just fits. Like they're similar. They have similar values. They just pump them together.
They just have the same name, bro.
No. But that's what I mean. Or like, for example, like a Tiffany and Louis collab.
Yeah.
Right? They're 2 juggernauts in their industry making, I don't know.
Both owned by LVMH. So.
Yeah. They're just shaking hands with each other.
Moving money from one pocket to the other.
Or like you said, they're so outrageous that it's
There's intrigue.
It's interesting.
How many marks does that answer get?
Yeah, how many? Yeah.
It's
Not
a
many.
distinction. It's a distinction.
Back to the PlayStation Zara. What do we think?
I mean, yeah. So the shoe is great. So okay, on the tongue they've got PlayStation the words, then they've got PlayStation the logo, and then
They got the retro logo, to be fair.
It's not. Yeah, that's neither here nor there. But then across the shoe, there's like some weird elastic type thing where they've gone the Logitech route and have triangle, square, circle, X.
Also known as the most iconic thing of a PlayStation, the buttons.
The buttons.
And it's across the where you'd have your shoelaces.
You know what devalues this for me? I've seen similar PlayStation somethings in like a big W. You know what I mean? But now why am I seeing it in Zara?
We got it up there.
Okay, we got it up there.
At the top of our shelf.
Okay. Yeah.
So we got the buttons there. It's belonging to Zara? I don't know about that.
I think PlayStation really brought the A game with this because you could tell it's like the PlayStation 1, like here, even the OG PlayStation logo, like the buttons. I think PlayStation really brought the value here.
Correct.
But Zara, I'm like, what of this screams Zara?
Correct.
Like if you didn't tell me it was a Zara collab, it's just a PlayStation shoe, I might have been like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But because it's like Zara, what are you bringing to this? Like this is a potluck and you brought nothing, right?
They brought the plates, mate. Come on, bring something
Not
value.
even the plates. They just came and were like, hey.
They came at 8.
Exactly. So I'm going to drop it because of that, because Zara just didn't.
Yeah, that sums it up, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're
Absolutely
It's a
not.
strong not cop for that one.
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 Google collabs next up. So Google's collabs, I mean, I guess they're just customs, but we're going to say they're a Nike and an Adidas, and they're kind of the same sort of style.
Design.
Yeah.
It's basically like someone's drawn on your shoe with a highlighter in red, in like the Google colors. So red, blue, yellow, that sort of thing. What do we think about this custom?
Are they
I
the
don't know.
Google colors?
Yeah, they're the Google colors. Like,
But if I see
when you
red,
look at Google Maps and all the Google
I
icons,
see those colors. I'm thinking Olympics, to be honest. Like the rings, the Olympic rings. But
I feel like the idea is that if they executed better in putting the colors together, then you would recognize it as Google better. I feel
that's true.
But they are the Google colors. That's the issue. They haven't done it well, so you don't know.
Yeah.
But I like
agree with
it's
that.
playful. Like it's not supposed to be taken seriously. Like the shoe itself, even though they've colored it in, it's not fully colored in. It looks like
It's a good design, but it's a Google. That's
Exactly, that's the
and
thing.
that's the Zara thing that we had, right? Like it's a good design, but is it Zara? So
Is it
this is
Google?
like
yeah.
Looks like something I did in year 10. No, when I was 10, not year 10, not high school.
Yeah.
It's drawing on a shoe.
Like it's nice, but it's not like as a collab. Like we said, we need a story. Like we need it to be hype.
Yeah, because it's similar to what like KPMG, Deloitte, they all did. They just slapped their colors on a shoe and just called it a collab.
Yeah.
There's not real thought or love that went into it. So for me,
Do you expect more from those corporates though?
Not from KPMG,
Not
but
from
from Google. I think I
Yeah,
actually
okay.
do expect more.
yeah, Google claimed to be this, creative, blah, 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 kind of
Like-
innovative company.
Yeah.
And this is the best they can do.
Like when I see the KPMG like the collab, I'm like it's still on brand. So for me, it's a pass. Do you know what I mean? It's on brand. It's like, okay, well, it's a bunch of accountants or consultants being like, this is my favorite sneaker. Yeah. And it's like, okay, it's on brand. At least they're true to themselves, which I, that authenticity is on brand for us. So I'll give them a pass for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, the Google one's not a cop.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Nah, drop.
All right. What about Nike Pet Barn? So this is another custom. Basically, it's what is this? A Air Force One.
Yeah.
And kind of in the panels between the swish, they've got a couple of Labradors chucked in. Looks like a weird print, actually. I'm not seeing Pet Barn anywhere here.
Yeah, me neither.
Immediate drop.
Yeah, immediate.
Immediate drop.
But it's also too obvious, right? Like a collab, it needs to be like a bit like smart. Like, you're like, okay, that's cool.
True.
Whereas this is just like, let's just slap dog. Like some marketing dude was just like, let's just slap a dog onto it.
If I said I kind of like this,
I was gonna say I kind of like it. It's a cool design.
Nah, dude.
But it's not Pet Barn. Like
It's not Pet Barn. Yeah, it's not
like
Pet
this.
Barn, but
This is like, okay, if you just kind of got a sneaker custom.
yeah.
I like dogs. I got a sneaker. Like, they'll pass. But as a collab, it's like, come on.
I don't know. I think I like it. It's a cool little design. Yeah, you're right. It's not Pet Barn in any way, but the dog's
just
look
objectively, you're saying the shoe
cute.
looks
It looks
good.
clean.
if I saw it in a Nike store, I'm picking
Have a
up and
look
having a look.
Okay. All right. Fair play. We move on to the Honda collab with, I don't even know what shoe this is.
I can't tell.
They'd be Pumas or like something of that ilk, like
Yeah.
Tiger on Atsuka or something like that.
Let's
Could
call
be
it.
Zara for all we know.
Yeah. We have no
Seriously.
idea. But basically, the shoe is, it looks like it's suede
Again,
or some sort of
suede,
material.
Yeah.
All red with a white Honda logo on the side. And on the back, you've got Honda in red, written. So that's the shoe. And I mean, the fit itself looks terrible, by the way, just quietly.
With the pants.
The pants, yeah. It's not looking great.
Baggy around the ankles.
Yeah, no good. But what are we saying with Honda?
I think this is cool. I really like it. Am I the only one? I'm getting blank stares
How
right
do you feel
now.
about red shoes?
But the red is the Honda is like that's their
Yeah,
color,
yeah.
right? Red and
Like,
white.
I don't have a problem with the red with this. I just don't like the design. But and I love Honda. Like Honda is a great.
You think it's a bit boring, the design?
Yeah, it's like what do you, like it's this is the KPMG problem, right?
Yeah,
It's
it is.
slapping
It
Honda
is.
onto
They did-
it. Like,
that
it's
is
like,
true. That is true.
Yeah,
I know. I think I just like all the car collaborations
Like, I
we've
love
seen
Honda.
so far.
Like, yeah,
Would you? So no cop at all.
no.
Manu?
Yeah, no, it's uninspiring. Just
Fair
a
enough.
red shoe with a H on it.
I think suede shoes just in red is not a vibe for me.
Mm.
But we move on to McDonald's. McDonald's, anyone know what shoe this is?
No idea.
They look like kind of like Adidas's. They look.
Do you know what they look like back in the day? The Nike Roche, was it Roche Runs?
Roche Runs. Yeah, okay. We'll call them a McDonald's Roche Runs collab. and I actually quite like this. It's a white shoe with a blue kind of front end.
Wait, why does that say Mac Auto on the sign?
Yeah, maybe they.
What is that?
The new McDonald's new business.
I
Cars?
assume that just means drive through.
Is it?
Yeah, it must be.
It must be. What else could it be? Well, they start doing servicing, car services, or car wash.
Loose change menu, mate.
But the shoe is white. The front end is kind of blue. There's the McDonald's logo on the side of the shoe. The laces are yellow.
The fries on the back.
And the fries on the
I
back.
like the heel. The heel is
cool.
lovely. It's creative.
Can I ask why it's blue? Is McDonald's known for their blue color?
I'm thinking McFlurry or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's the only thing
I think the
can of.
McFlurry cup
The cup is
has a blue on it.
white and blue on
But
it.
it's a bit of a stretch, right? It's like you have to think about
Yeah.
McFlurry. It's like
And to be honest, if it didn't have the big fuck off yellow M on the side, would I know this is a McDonald's logo?
You know, it looks like
McDonald's?
Walmart.
Yeah,
That's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, the blue is the Walmart color. But
Maybe it's a Walmart McDonald's
no. The heel
Nike
is nice.
Roche Run color.
No, the heel is nice. I'm gonna stare. I like the chips on the back. It looks like M&Ms. That's what the blue is.
Does it?
Is that not chips and like an M&M or something?
Nah.
Really
so is
just-
this a McFlurry sneaker? Like, is that what?
I think it must be, right?
It has to be.
But could you, in good conscience, walk around with the McDonald's logo on your shoe? I don't think I can.
No, but that's the thing, right? Like, when do you guys remember the Travis Scott and McDonald's collab?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That
of
was
course.
hype.
That was
Yeah.
That was
yeah,
hype,
yeah.
right? So, but this
It's
ain't
not.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, this ain't it.
I don't know, it's just a bit sad.
I think I'd buy my kids this shoe, to
What?
be honest.
You don't love your kids.
That's a weird thing to buy for your kids, bro. And the laces aren't even the same color as the yellow M. It's a slightly different shade of yellow,
Yeah,
and that's throwing me off as well.
that's pretty jarring.
All right, next one, Ro.
Next up, we've got the Kia again clubbing with an undisclosed shoe. Basically, this is just a red and
Can
black
I just
shoe.
say drop? Like, let's.
This is
is
a
yuck.
crash one.
This
Yeah, this is
yucky.
terrible.
All right, we move on to Volvo. I mean,
That's also.
Oh, that's also dropped. That's,
Volvo.
This is just the Honda
can
one
I just
all over
say,
again.
Volvo drivers are the worst.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry if you're a Volvo driver, but every time you're on the road, the Volvo driver, they were always doing something ridiculous on the road. I'm sorry I'm being prejudiced, but Volvo drivers, man,
Do I know anyone?
I was gonna say I haven't had any issues with Volvo
Because we
drivers.
get those people out of our lives then. Volvo,
exactly.
fuck off.
More the Tesla people these days that really piss me off on the road. Next one.
Yeah, so look, Volvo, it's not even worth talking about. It's a blue shoe with the Volvo logo on the side. The last one is not it's an airline, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, and they call it the Amsterdam sneaker. So the shoe is it's like a brown suede shoe with KLM Royal Dutch Airlines written on the side. There's the blue of the logo on the heel, and then essentially just a black kind of outer section.
What about this shoe screams Amsterdam?
Or airline.
Or airline? Great question.
In the mock-up, they've put the shoe in the air, so...
It's airline. I think the only...
Is the color like Dutch colors? I think it is, right? Netherlands like...
Nah,
orange?
Netherlands is more orange, not brown.
brown.
Orange.
Are you gonna make an orange shoe?
You can have orange
Like a bright
highlights.
orange? Are you gonna make that the shoe?
Like what are the colors of the Royal Dutch Airlines?
That's the blue.
KLM's blue.
KLM's blue. So the only color you have is in blue is the heel.
Dude.
And the blue and the brown does not really work together, in my opinion.
Nah.
If
You know how,
I'm thinking Amsterdam, I'm thinking like Stroop waffles, weed.
That's what I'm saying. You know
Like
how
a
Justin
peep
was saying
show.
shoes have a smell?
Yeah,
Does this
yeah.
have a Does this have a smell?
I mean, this is a drop for me.
Yeah,
This
this is a
drop.
massive
I'm
drop.
sorry.
Can I ask a question then?
Yeah.
Do you see shoes as an investment? Like people who buy shoes for like
Yeah, definitely. Like if you bought the Ben and Jerry's, you're up like 4 or 5x, right? Like I think it depends on the sneaker. Like I think it's like watches, it's like collectible cars. Like if there's value towards the item, yeah, you can. It's an alternate asset, right? Like what is the value? Like I'm going a bit meta here, but what's the value of gold? Like
It's the value everyone else puts on it.
exactly.
That's
Right.
so I got gifted like some gold. I think this is an ethnic thing. But when I was a baby, and so I was having a look at kind of the stuff that I had, and I was just like, oh, okay, interesting to see. And I looked at the price of what it was when I'm 27, so 27 years ago, and what it is now. And it's just like increased so much in value. Like I could not afford giving gold to like my brother's kids or like your kids or something like that.
Dude, gold is a great investment.
Yeah.
In times of economic uncertainty, price of gold always goes up. Look at it in the last 3 years.
But I've been on the watch trend these days, looking into watches as investments. Because when we went to Japan, we bought some watches.
Yeah, what'd you get?
So
I love watches, yeah.
Sen's got you got it
is that on your
right now?
wrist?
I got a
Seamaster?
Seamaster.
I love it.
I bought my dad a watch, and then I was like, and then I got into this like whole watch world of like looking into the appreciation value and what models and stuff go up and what they don't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, mate, watches do it, cars do it, maybe sneakers will do it.
And that's the thing, right? Like value is just so subjective. So you just people like it, and
They're going to pay for it, 100%. All right. Well, that is cop or not with a little existential twist at the end. So have a think about that. Let us know if there's any other things that you want to.
Have a think about your life and just the value you have.
What do you value?
We'll see you next week.